Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Portfolio is currently sitting at $10,326.83, down about 38 bucks for the day. Recording this at like 4:30 in the morning. So the market is technically in pre-market right now, or I guess overnight. Well, now it's in pre-market. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly go through the timelines here: week, month, 3 month, year to date, 1 year, and finally the all-time. For the all-time chart, I am up $2,950.60, or exactly 40% as of right now. Currently at an all-time high in the portfolio. Previous all-time high was about $2,600, or about 36% or so. So I'm about 4% above that, and almost at 3,000 in gains. So yeah. And I haven't made a video in like 9 months or something crazy like that. Honestly, I kind of forgot that the YouTube channel existed. I just wrapped up my freshman year of college. I like just moved back home for the summer. And I was, I couldn't sleep. I was looking at comments on something else, like a different YouTube channel I have, like my personal one. And then it just reminded me that I had this channel, and I totally forgot about it. So I said, you know what, like, let me just go look and just see kind of like what the situation is. And let's see here. And I saw I had a ton of comments, and I was like, dang, like I kind of forgot to upload on this channel, like at all. And clearly there's people that are interested. One that stood out is this guy, Gunny Tana. Clearly needs an update. Like, my lord, like 7 months ago, 2 comments, and then recently this comment is pretty funny. So yeah, I realized like people are interested in seeing an update, and I low-key forgot I had the channel, to be honest. Been so busy. But yeah, so I think the last time I posted was 9 months ago. I've had to withdraw quite a bit of money, as you can see, just because of college expenses. So at one point I was at 14.2k in the account, and right now I'm at 10.3. But you can also see where we left off. I was up about, let me zoom in a little bit here. I was up about $966 on the all-time, so I'm up about 2,000 more dollars than I was last time I posted a video. And also the previous all-time high on this channel, because I know I mentioned 2,600 before, but the previous recorded all-time high on my YouTube channel, it appears to be was $1,600, or about 15%. So I've almost doubled the previous all-time high that was shown on this channel since I last made a video. At least, yeah, I believe that's the case. I want to say the last time I uploaded was probably around here or so, somewhere around here. I guess I can just look, but like still. And surprisingly, people have not unsubscribed en masse. Like, that was one thing I was wondering, was like, I haven't posted in 9 months. Surely nobody's going to even watch this video. So that's the thing. I don't know if anybody's going to really see this video. YouTube is probably going to hide it to kind of like punish me for not posting for so long. But I guess we'll see who shows up, who's, in the comment section, whatever. Because it looks like I still have over 1,000 subs, which I don't remember when I hit that. But where's the section? But yeah, somehow my channel is still getting views and stuff, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so I'm hoping to start making videos again, like I was before. So if you have any recommendations on the kind of content you want to see, aside from portfolio updates, I'd like to try and be consistent with those again. I guess we'll see how interested people are in even seeing videos in the first place, whether I even need to make those or not. But my assumption is that people will want to see the portfolio updates again, the weekly ones. And then on top of that, if you want to see any more tutorials, whatever it might be, just let me know down below. But yeah, so I guess I can just go into what kind of has transpired since I last made a video. I was holding purely SPY for the longest time. Then I want to say around here I started kind of actively trading again. Wonderful time, by the way. This was about the same time that Trump got elected into office and then decided to put a tariff on every landmass on Earth, it feels like. So the market sank pretty heavy during that time. I was not immune to that by any means, as you can see. I went from about 2,600 up to literally negative on the all-time by about 2%. And then luckily in like a month span, my portfolio climbed from being negative on the all-time to being up $3,000. And obviously that wasn't because of SPY. SPY did not go up 42% in a month. That is not how that works. Um, I don't know how low SPY went actually. I haven't really been paying too close attention to the market for a while now. But I was trading some covered calls and doing some wheeling during this period, which is why there was such a sharp decline and then a sharp rise as the tariffs came off. And when I got to this all-time high here, I just sold everything and put it all back into SPY. Just wanted to take a chill for a while. But I was wheeling TSLL and Soxel, I believe it was, which I can show the trading history here in a second. Um, but yeah, so currently I own, what is it, about 18 shares of SPY. That's where all my money is. I bought back in at 565, so I have a little bit lower of a cost basis than what the current price is, but it's definitely a much higher cost basis than I used to have back in the day when I was buying, along this path here. Um, but yeah, and then another thing that's kind of cool to note is that on the all-time, if you compare this to the performance of SPY, it's pretty much in line, minus about 3%. Um, so I started this portfolio on my 18th birthday. That was about almost 2 years ago now. In a couple weeks, when I turn 20, this portfolio will be 2 years old. Um, and yeah, SPY's up 43.34% over that period. Down a little bit pre-market, so I guess a little bit less. But I'm pretty much in line with the S&P. Just goes to show you really can't beat it, no matter how hard you try. You really can't beat the S&P. You may as well just um, invest in the S&P, obviously. But yeah, so SPY is currently down about 5% from its previous all-time high. So we could see, another 5% gain to re-reach that all-time high, which would put me in a pretty nice spot. I think it'd be at about $3,500 in gains if that were to be the case. Um, and yeah, from the peak to the low, I guess would be an interesting thing to measure. It got all the way. Okay, so 25%, which I actually didn't realize it was that sharp. Um, to be honest, that's insane. I believe that's almost, if not is, um, bear market territory. That's crazy. I did not realize it was that sharp. Literally over the course of 2, maybe 3 weeks is two, which is crazy. And SPY is up about 20% from that low, which is equally as insane. SPY is trading kind of like a meme stock right now, not gonna lie, which is a little bit terrifying that the economy is in that kind of state. But it is what it is, I guess. I don't really know what to say. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of what else I really want to cover here. Um, oh yeah, in terms of my TSLL and Soxel positions, TSLL, let's see here. So I bought 60 shares. Let's see. Go back a little bit. So I originally, okay, that's a while ago. I guess I owned TSLL earlier. I don't remember this kind of stuff. Oh, that was 2024. Never mind. Ignore that. That was a while ago. That should have been documented on the channel. Um, but yeah, it looks like I bought 40 shares at 660, and then I bought another 60 shares at 1057. So my cost basis was really low, somewhere in the eights, I want to say it looks like, but originally 660. And I bought another 60 shares so that I could sell call contracts. I sold one call, um, as you can see, for 16 bucks, and then I ended up selling out at 1049. So I made about $8 off the covered call here and nothing off of these shares, but quite a bit off of these shares. Probably about $300 or so, $200, something like that, because my cost basis was so low. And then Soxel, I believe, was the big one for my portfolio. Let's see here. Soxel, yeah, I bought 50 shares at 825, another 50 shares at 1208, sold a call contract at 13.5 for 16 bucks, collected the full premium on that, and then I sold all 100 shares about a week later at almost 14 bucks. So that's quite a significant gain. That's like 300 off of these shares and another 200 off of these shares. So I just saw a big opportunity. I bought this on April 21st. So, whoops, let's go back to TradingView. April 21st was about here. So I basically bought the bottom, which is kind of crazy. I bought it literally on this day, and then of course everything has risen since then, thankfully. But you can see why that made me so much money. I just saw an opportunity with those two because they don't normally trade that low. You can see Soxel I bought, let's see, around here, and Soxel really doesn't trade that low, so I saw that as an opportunity. That's why I got into it. And then I wanted a wheel for safety. TSLL, bought that guy about, yeah, literally on the lowest candle, 663, which is basically no man's land for this leveraged ETF. So um, I thought it was a safe thing to do, and I still agree with that decision. I think when there's an opportunity like this, that's this kind of obvious, I guess you would say, then it makes sense to do something like that. Obviously, I'm a more conservative investor, as you can see, most of the time, but then this doesn't really speak to conservative, I suppose. But regardless, when I see an opportunity like that, I will take it every now and then, even though my underlying goal or strategy, I suppose, is intended to be the S&P. Um, but yeah, that's besides the point. Those are the two major trades, I guess, that I made during that period. I also own some Ethereum, and that was the reason, in large part, for this sharp fall off and then huge rise. Kind of curious where Ethereum is at right now, actually. I don't normally ever deal with crypto. Yeah, you can see this is why my portfolio went crazy. I don't normally ever deal with crypto, but this was a case where I did. I originally bought pretty high, somewhere around here, and then obviously it tanked pretty low. I bought another 2 ETH somewhere along these lines. So my cost basis was pretty low by this point. Once again, it's an opportunity sort of thing. Ethereum doesn't normally get this low, so I kind of just saw it as like a nice opportunity. Glad I took it, obviously. I ended up making a couple hundred off of that, I believe. Let's see here. I bought 1 ETH at 2854. One at 2000, one at 1500, so 4800, 5800, 6300. So I made about $400 off of this overall. And I sold it 2230. So had I held another $600, but I wasn't willing to risk that. At that point, I just wanted to get out because I was kind of in too deep. I just wanted to save my original cost basis. But yeah, so lots of interesting stuff. Obviously, the current move is just all in on SPY, just to take it chill for a while until I see another opportunity that I'm really, really interested in, which is pretty rare. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this portfolio update. Once again, let me know in the comments what you think, or what kind of videos you want to see. Once again, sorry for the wait, but I think we're good now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.